and welcome back to WCW Worldwide. The Professor will have his pick of the week later on. We'll take a look at Jason Jett, but right now, at great expense to WCW Worldwide, we've got a satellite hookup with former United States Heavyweight Champion Hugh Morrus. Hugh Morrus, are you there? Hugh, there we go.
Hey, Scott and Mike, how funny is it that we get to talk over satellite when I see you guys every week and you have nothing to say to me? Kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is real cool here. Matter of fact, it's a first here on WCW Worldwide. You know, Hugh, we get so many emails from our viewers asking about you in particular. They want to know about your wrestling background. Why don't you tell us about your in-ring history?
Well, Mike, great question. But you being the professor of all people should have known how I got into it, although you never discussed my background. So I'll talk to Scott. I got into professional wrestling right out of college. It was on a whim, just something to keep me busy. I didn't know anything about wrestling at the time. Some say I don't know anything about wrestling now. But here I am 6 years later, talking to you via satellite. Not in person, via satellite.
I knew the answer to that. I'm merely the conduit. I'm just the middleman for the viewers that have inquiring minds.
Do you mind not running off the guests? This costs a lot of money. Hugh, I apologize. Hugh, let me ask you this. The story we hear is that your father got you into wrestling. Is that the true story?
Yeah. My dad saw me sitting on the couch. I became a couch potato after playing a little college ball, and you know, it's one of those father-son things. You're an athlete. Go get 'em. You can do this. Let's try wrestling. So he brought me to Brooklyn, New York, where I met the unpredictable Johnny Rodz. And the rest is laughing man history. You would have known that, Mike, but you don't talk to me anymore.
Wow, some heat there with Mike Tenay and Hugh Morrus. Hugh, let me ask you this. Before you became the Laughing Man, you were part of All-American Wrestling and, in fact, did a tour of Japan as Jason the Terrible and Crash the Terminator, correct?
Yeah, Crash the Terminator is correct. Jason the Terrible, however, not me. For the 14th time, not me. I was not. It was another fat guy from New Jersey who was Jason the Terrible. I was Crash the Terminator for 3 years in Japan. I spent a lot of time there between Japan and Mexico. That's where I made my living. I never wrestled in the States except for my training. And then all of a sudden, September of '95, boom, Macon, Georgia, part of the WCW roster.
You know, Hugh,
not Jason the Terrible.
You know, Hugh, my recollection is that you started off in WCW, appearing on Worldwide, this program, as well as the Saturday night TV tapings, but then you got involved in the Dungeon of Doom, didn't you?
Yeah, I came in as a singles. Before they knew what to do with me, I was the man of question. And I was brought in as the man of question, and I had a little run with Randy Savage. And from then they decided to put me in the stable of the Dungeon of Doom, and things kind of took off from there. And that's where the Hugh Morrus character came in. It's not Hugh Morrus, actually. It's humorous. Some say it's from the laugh. Some say it's from my backstage antics. Either way, it's humorous.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, get it right, Tenay. Do you mind?
You blame me for everything.
Hugh, let me ask you this. Do you prefer singles, hardcore, or tag team competition here at WCW?
I came into wrestling. I mean, that's what brought me to WCW in Japan. I was part of a group of guys that would deal with barbed wire and bats and nails and fire and things of that sort, and that never bothered me. And I had a wrestling background from high school and college, so those things just came natural to me. I like to wrestle as a singles competitor, and I've had success as a tag team or as a group, which of late, the Misfits definitely has been the highlight of my career. But now I believe I'm ready for back to becoming a singles competitor as Hugh Morrus, and you just never know what I'm going to do next.
Well, you are unpredictable, to say the least, Hugh, and I know this may be difficult for you to narrow it down after the hundreds of matches that you've been involved in, but do you have one favorite match that you participated in?
The one I won, because I think there was only one match. Can't remember who that was with. I think it was Chad Brock. I think I beat Chad Brock, and then he became a country music star, so I still don't know who became famous out of that one.
But Hugh, you won the United States title. Now, when you were U.S. champion, was that your first title win?
That was my only title win. The U.S. title, all of a sudden I represented the USA, which was passed down to me by a good friend of mine, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and we took on Team Canada. Fitz or Hugh Morrus, that still goes on, and I think by far, being my only title, that is one of the crowning moments so far in my career in WCW.
Hugh, I'm sure that many wrestlers that come to World Championship Wrestling, probably almost every wrestler, hope that they eventually become World's Heavyweight Champion. Do you have any aspirations to become WCW World's Champ?
I have aspirations of finishing each and every night. Every time I get out of that ring and can come back for a Nitro or a Thunder and get in front of the people and just hear the crowd and do what I like to do best, that's what pleases me more. So titles and everything else like that is secondary. The thing that bothers me the most is Mike keeps saying I'm 350 pounds. Scott, you say I'm 325 pounds. I'm 290 pounds. Maybe that's my next match. Hugh Morrus and the announcers.
Hugh Morrus and the announcers? What is this? He's really got a thing about his weight, doesn't he? And by the way, is this WCW or are we playing Carnival? What is this, guess your weight?
Oh, come on. Quit antagonizing the guest.
Antagonizing anybody. He's antagonizing me.
Hugh, I apologize. Let me ask you this.
Apologize to him.
It seems to me that to you, the fans are more important than the title. Is that true?
You got to remember what got you here. The fans brought you to the dance. The fans are the ones who can make you or break you, and all the accolades, the titles, the main event status, the name, the people, the merchandise. That's all gravy to me. When the people accept you, and that's why you're there. If it wasn't for the fans, if it wasn't for the people, you'd be just another Joe Schmo on the street. So yeah, I do it for the fans now. I do it for the people who stuck with me during my injuries and believed in me when no one else did, and when they thought Hugh Morrus was just another fly-by-night. Here I am six years later, and it's because of the fans. So yeah, I do it for the love of the game.
Let's change the subject if we can here, Hugh Morrus. Let's talk about the top rope moonsault. The no laughing matter. Such a complex move for a big man like yourself. How long did it take for you to perfect that move?
That move is, I don't think you can perfect that move. That move came on a whim. It was a dare. Actually, it was thrown at me that if I didn't do that particular move, which is known as the moonsault, that I would never work in Japan again. So it was out of fear of losing my job that I did that move, and ever since I've done it, it's kind of been my signature move, and I couldn't explain it to anyone. I couldn't tell anyone how to do it. It's just something that comes natural now, but before it was just out of fear of keeping my job. If you don't do the moonsault tonight, you are done with the company, and I won't say names.
Well, you've had a lot of success with that maneuver, Hugh, and shift gears a little bit here. Is there anyone in wrestling that you look up to?
I look up to Kevin Nash because he's like 7 foot something. Other than that, I pretty much keep everybody on an even level. I don't treat anybody any different than anybody else. Naturally, you have to look at Ric Flair, just being in the same locker room and knowing his background and his past. So you kind of go back to being a kid a little bit and going, oh, I'm around Ric Flair, but you don't do that till you get back to your room.
Hugh, I do know a little bit about your background. As a matter of fact, I know that you attended college on an art scholarship. But let's say you never got involved with wrestling. What do you think you would do to make a living if you didn't wrestle?
I probably think I'd be doing commercial art, but that just killed my whole tough guy craziness attitude. Yeah, I was an art major, and believe it or not, these chubby little fingers can draw, and yeah, that's what I started out doing, and I became a sports entertainer. So I don't know what I'd be doing now. I think I'd probably be sitting on the beach somewhere, under the tree.
What about Lash LaRue? If you're the artist, why is it that you don't doodle like Lash?
I don't think anybody can doodle like Lash. Lash is what a talented kid, 23 years old, not even finding his niche in wrestling yet, and he still entertains the guys each and every week with a drawing of something that happened, some scene or some scenario that happened from the week before, or something that's coming up. And there's guys like Lash, and there's a couple other guys that are real talented, and that's the side that people don't see. There are other things we do. Mine is Chinese checkers, but no one ever sees that.
Chinese checkers. Hugh, we have to wrap up this interview on Worldwide, but in conclusion, this is an opportunity for you to talk to the viewers. Maybe you have something to say to the fans.
Forget the fans. Mike Tenay, if you keep talking about 350 pounds, for 4 years I was 350 pounds, you never said a word. The minute I dropped weight, the minute I started to look good, you, Hudson, Schiavone, the rest of those guys, Stevie Ray, whoever else was back there, you all said 350, 325. I want everyone to pay attention. Every night I weigh a different weight. I am 290 pounds. I am the laughing man. And I really don't care for the professor right at this moment.
There you go.
He doesn't care for me. 290? Yeah. Next time you get on the scale, Hugh, why don't you use both feet? This guy weighed 290 at birth.
Oh, come on. Hugh Morrus, I apologize for...
Oh, I think that was directed at you.
I know where it was directed. It was right over there. Hugh, thank you very much for joining us. Hugh Morrus, the laughing man.
290 pounds.
Oh, I'm 215.
Not you, him, 290.
Plenty more still to come on WCW Worldwide. Stay right where you are.
345, I would say.
It's 10 after 2.